My name is Tom Smylie, and I'll be doing the program today for you. I've been working with birds of prey for over 60-some years all around the world. I'm an ornithologist by training. I've been a forest ranger. I've coached and taught science. And I work for Fish and Wildlife Service, which I retired from. And now I'm affiliated with the Peregrine Fund. We're located up in Boise, Idaho, is our headquarters. We have scientists working in about 20 different countries right now. So that's just a little bit of my background. That's my lovely wife, Sherry. So anyway, I really think a lot of the park, it's 122 acres. As some of you wandering around, you've noticed they're all native animals. Can't be released back into the wild. They've been injured. The birds that you see here with me today are my own birds, and they are fully capable of making it in the wild. And so we have a lot of education here. It's the thing I like about the park mostly is the educational aspects of it. I feel and believe in that saying, we only conserve what we love, we only love what we understand, we only understand what we are taught. And that's, the kids are the future for this planet, and we hope to leave it in good shape for them. Well, I know a lot of you have seen the movie Jurassic Park. Yeah. Never saw a better dinosaur movie in my life. They did a great job with that. But they made a mistake. Scientists have come to further conclusions about those. And actually, the dinosaurs had feathers. Dinosaurs they found archaeological sites with feathers on the dinosaurs. They probably weren't originally used to fly, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't think so. But they started as an insulation, and eventually they learned how to put it together for gliding and then for flying. So when you take a look at a bird, for example, I have one right here, the dinosaur in my pocket. When you're taking a look at a bird, you're looking at a dinosaur. Well, how do they like dinosaurs? Well, dinosaurs are warm-blooded. Birds are warm-blooded. Dinosaurs lay eggs. Birds lay eggs. Dinosaurs have feathers. Birds have feathers. They even have the same hip structure as a dinosaur does. Dinosaur has 3 toes. Birds have 3 toes. So we come to the conclusion that these beautiful animals, over 10,000 species of birds on the planet, we find that from the hummingbird to an eagle, they're all living raptors. Here you go. Why don't you go on home? Well, that's a homing pigeon. Our little place is in the South Mountain down here. And the birds are trained to go home. And they have an incredible ability to home. In fact, it's a national sport in Belgium. It's their national sport. People raise pigeons all over the world. And it's the biggest money sport in Europe. Racing the pigeons. They take the pigeons here. I see you have another one here. They take the pigeons and they have like at the grocery store, you know how you have the bars there to check out? Well, they have one of those on the leg. And then at the loft, when the pigeon comes home, it sets off the timer and you know how long it took to fly. Well, they release tens of thousands of these at a time out of these great big assembly trucks. And then the first one that gets back in to the loft, they meet afterwards, and that's the winner. And it's a big deal. Race recently up in Reno, the purse was $1 million. Yeah. They pay more for racing pigeons in Europe than they do for racing horses. And so they do this capability of homing, and they'll go 500 miles. In fact, this bird, I could take this bird with me to Denver, and it would make it all the way home. To give you an idea of, well, you're ready to go home? There you go. Now, last year, if you're in the audience, I could tell you that in Belgium, one pigeon sold for $60,000. Yeah, they circle to get their orientation. This year, I could tell you that one pigeon sold for $420,000. Oh my God. Yeah. So you can see what I mean. They look a little different now, don't they? But these aren't barn pigeons. These are specially raised for the racing stuff. How they home, we're not exactly sure. We know that they use landmarks. But when I was doing work at Cornell University in the laboratory of ornithology, we had some graduate students, and they were doing a study on the pigeons and how they could horn. And this huge fog came in off the Finger Lakes here. You couldn't see from here to that post. Well, lo and behold, the pigeons all came back. They could find their way in the fog. And they have something probably up in the upper mandible above their eyes there that's like a magnet, and they orientate themselves with them. Because when we have solar flares, we've noticed in these races, they use thousands of pigeons that can orientate themselves. So it gives you an idea of how amazing birds are. Every environment, from the tops of the highest mountains to the lowest deserts, from the Antarctic to the ocean, we've got birds everywhere. Like I said, 10,000 species of birds. Here in the United States, we've got about 800 different species of birds. New Mexico, we've got about 500. And that's pretty big. A lot of states only have a couple of hundred or so.